All right, hey, greetings, happy holidays. Hope everybody had a great holiday. All right, I'm driving to the store. You're coming with. All right, so I got a call like 2-3 months ago, right? And it was the VA calling me, and they're like, "Oh, hey, blah blah blah, Mr. Rocksmith, Locksmith. We're calling because you requested a consult, for blah blah blah." And I'm sitting there, I'm like, "Blah blah blah? What are you talking about?" I haven't even been to the VA in like years. Haven't heard from them. Haven't gotten a freaking postcard. Nothing. And they're like, "Oh yeah, you requested a telehealth consult. So we're here to go ahead and follow that up and go ahead and make that happen." So I asked him, I was like, "Okay, well, when was the consult from?" Mind you, they called me like September of last year, right? 2024. The consult, when I had originally asked for a consult for this problem, it was in 2020. So I tell the lady, I was like, "Okay, well, seeing as how I've waited slightly over 3.5 or 4 years or something like that, surely the appointment that you're about to give me is going to be like next week, or like, hey, we can get you in this afternoon if you can make it, like something. If you wait a couple years for a thing and then somebody contacts you, like, it had better be like imminent or something." And no, when's my appointment? It's in March. It's in March. And you know what? And the stupid thing is, I don't even need the appointment anymore. Like, I don't even need it. But I might as well go and take it, because if I don't, it might be another 4 years before I get to talk to anybody about, like what I need the VA to help me with or whatever. 4 years I'm sitting there waiting. I waited for so long, I forgot I was waiting. And, I got the email. And it says the name of the person I'm going to be, talking to, like over the phone or whatever, right? And I can't remember what their name was, but I immediately said to myself, I'm like, this is an Indian doctor, which is fine. I love curry, like Indian people have a fascinating culture. Like I love India. I wish those people would quit calling me, trying to scam me, but, in general, like, I like the food, I like the culture, the women can be really pretty, there's a lot of good things about Indian culture. However, Indian doctors come in 2 flavors, and precisely 2. You have the guy that you show up to see, and you're like, "Hey doc, I stubbed my toe and my wife said that I should really go to the hospital, because she's worried about me." And he's like, "Oh, yes. You know what? We're going to get you the codeine. We want you to be healthy. We want you to not be in pain. It's very good. I'll give you 6 months supply of codeine. You come back if you need more." And you're sitting there and you're like, well, damn, all I did was stub my toe, but, hey, those are the fun pills, so why not, right? You've got that guy, and then you've got the other guy. And the other guy is actually usually the other girl. And this girl, you could show up in the emergency room with, like, a leg missing, right? And they're like, "Lol, what's the problem, bro?" And you tell them, "Oh, well, you see, I used to be able to walk. Now I can't on account of I have one leg. So, what can we do here? What can you do for me?" And kid you not, they will look at you and be like, oh, yeah. I see that you're missing a leg now. I see that there's no leg there. But you know what? Back in India, I have this friend, and they have no legs. So they walk 20 miles to get water on their hands and carry a bucket back to their village or whatever with their teeth. So you need to suck it up and stop complaining. All the while, when it's specifically the VA, oftentimes, not always, but often, the person telling you this, A, has never been in the military, B, isn't even a citizen of this country most of the time. Not saying always, but it has been my experience and many other people's experience that is the case. And you're sitting there and you're like, wow, I'm being lectured on pain management and what's reasonable and unreasonable by somebody who the hardest thing they've probably ever done in their life is walk barefoot for a couple miles every day, but still. And I can't tell you how frustrating it is to deal with the VA. These people, they get up on TV and they talk. One second. They sit there and they talk on TV about how they need more money to take care of veterans, and XYZ is a problem, and they're underfunded, and then they embezzle all the money and people get screwed. Like, we're getting screwed, like the vets, which is why, like, you tell your average vet, oh, hey, at least you guys have the VA, and all we can do is laugh. Like, that's all you can do is just laugh and be like, sure. And I tell people, like, oh yeah, I got a call after 4 years for a follow-up, and people that don't deal with the VA, they look at me and they're like, oh, well, clearly you're crazy, because, like, who would wait for 4 years? It's like, when you've waited for so long, you forgot you were waiting. Like, that's crazy. Anyway, hope your holiday went great. Have a good one. Bye.